So,
Yeah.
the internet says that you wanted Max Kellerman off the program. I saw him say goodbye the other day. You called in. You had a sleep apnea surgery, which I want to get into a little bit, just
Sure.
to learn a little bit about you a little bit more.
Mhm.
But it didn't seem like you and Max had a bad relationship at all. So where do those rumors come from, and what's the truth with the departure of Max Kellerman from First Take?
Well, the rumor's accurate in terms of me wanting him off the show. Let's get that out the way. Yes, I did. Um, we don't have a bad relationship. I think he's a real good guy. I appreciate what he did for the show. We were number one for 5 years. We stayed number one, and I appreciate that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the work that goes into doing the show every single day. And the reality is that we have 15 segments a day, 75 segments a week, um, over 3,000 takes a year. In the 9 years that I've been on First Take, I've given over 33,000 takes. And what a lot of people don't realize is that not just the work that goes into that, but also the fact that it's a chemistry that you have, and sometimes it just stalls. And the audience lets you know that it is what it is, and you feel the need for something fresh. You feel the need to retool. And the reason why I'm unapologetic about my position is that, number one, there's no knock against him personally, his professionalism, his work ethic, and all of that other stuff, his talent. It's not like I wanted the guy to be fired or anything like that. I knew that there were landing spots for him available at this network that would generate just as much, if not more, revenue for him and all of that other stuff. And it wasn't really about asking him to be off the show. It was about the fact that I knew that we together, as far as I was concerned, was not a great partnership anymore. And that was something that needed to change. And we cover the world of sports. And this is where I maybe I stand on an island all by myself in saying this, but I'm absolutely flabbergasted that people would react the way that they do in terms of stuff like this, because we cover the world of sports. Yes, Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Pete, Ebro, they're an aberration because they're returning all 22 starters and their entire coaching staff and all of that stuff. And
Right.
John Madden did that as well. But when you're trying to win and win for a long period of time, you don't stand still. Championship squads change all the time. And so for me, I remember in 2012 where First Take was on the verge of cancellation, and Skip Bayless asked me to come on board. And I come on board, and a month later, we go number one. That 9 years ago. And we were number one for 4 years. And then Max comes on board, and we number one for 5 years. Well, that means I've been number one for 9 years. It means I got a pretty good idea about what I'm doing when it comes to this show and what's necessary in order for it to work. And so for me, when I first spoke to Max about stuff years ago, I said, Joe, man, we doing this more than 3 years together. It's a problem, because I'm always looking to expand, to move on, to diversify my portfolio and to make things happen. And you'll be hard pressed for me to say to you after 3 years, we should be together for longer than that. Let's ride this wave. Let's be number one, and we'll go from there. Well, we weren't number one for 3 years. We extended it to 5. And so
What I hear you saying is that you believe change is how you keep things fresh.
Yep.
You believe you're basically saying that no one is permanent on First Take. Whatever it takes to keep it fresh,
yes,
is what's going to happen.
Yes. So
this has nothing to do with Max. This has everything to do with how you see keeping things fresh and entertaining.
Absolutely. And then not only that, it also wasn't my decision. I gave my recommendation. They ask it, I tell it. Every single year when the season, when the NBA season comes to an end, the bosses ask me where I stand. And for the last 3 years, I said, this is where I stood. And not only
so you've been consistent with the position that we need to evolve the program. We need a new energy for the last 3 years. But they're going to take your recommendation, right?
Well, let me say this to you. Not just that. I also told Max that.
Right. How did Max react to that?
He disagreed with me. And he disagreed with me 3 years ago. He disagreed 2 years ago. He disagreed this time. We've always understood where we stand with each other. And he also knew that it was nothing personal and it was nothing against him as a talent. I got a lot of respect for Max, and I genuinely like Max as a person. But I just didn't feel that, moving forward, he and I together was the right call. And I said that to the bosses. They disagreed with me a few times in the past. Evidently, this time they understood and they made the move.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man, and stand on business. Had to come tap in real quick. Stephen A. Smith goes on the Hot 97, and I'm going to put the link in the description box where y'all can go tap into that full episode and everything like that. And basically admits to firing Max Kellerman from ESPN First Take without admitting that he fired Max Kellerman from ESPN First Take. I don't give a fuck what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. You didn't get him fired from the network. You didn't hang him out to dry, but you got him fired from the most popular sports and most popular show and sports analyst things going on right now. You got him taken off of there, fam. You played a major role in why he was taken off of there. Did you leave him out in the dry? Did you make it to where, oh man, you knew he had a backup plan because of his position at ESPN, but you can talk in circles all you want to, Stephen A. Smith. And I'm going to title it that way, bro. You got him fired, man. And you admitted that, but you just don't want to call it that. It is what it is. You have your reasons, and you gave your reasons and everything. But we know it's more going on behind the scenes. And the thing is, that's really none of our business. We don't have the right to know that. You know what I'm saying? And everything. But from what you saying, bro, I'm breaking this shit down because I listened to it a couple times. And every time I listen, I take something more. When you say you hand in a letter, when you give a recommendation to get somebody removed from something, that means you saying, hey, he don't need to be on here. That's getting them fired, bro. Like, anybody in the world is going to have a problem with somebody they work with every day going and telling the bosses, hey, I don't want this man here. I don't want to work with this man. Whether you agree with what's going on or not, the chemistry, the fans, but you also said y'all been number one. Now, true, I ain't never been in no position like that, nigga. I ain't never been up, so I don't know all the ins and the outs, but y'all are number one in this shit. So I don't know if he said, the fans let us know. I don't know where they let y'all know it, because when you go on the post on ESPN, they seem like they upset that Max Kellerman would be left. But I do understand you want to keep shit fresh. That's a fact. But let's take it back to one thing he said. He came there in 2012. We're in 2021. Skip Bayless left after a few years. He went number one. Him and Skip Bayless went number one before Skip Bayless went to Fox. So you was there for a little bit with him. He said, hey, man, what are we doing if we not changing every 2 or 3 years? And my thing is, bro, y'all made it 5 years. So he been here once, the situation came for him to be your co-host. It ain't like you got a 30-year history on ESPN's First Take. It ain't only because this is a long time to last to be popping. It's been a few years. It ain't like, oh, I've been doing this 30 years and we've been changing people every 2 to 3 years. Nah, this is a first-time situation, and you trying to act like this is a history thing of like we need to be changing people. Nah, y'all was number one. Dog played a role in y'all being number one, which Stephen A. Smith did admit that. But, bro, when you say, hey, man, I gave my recommendation, he disagreed, they disagreed, but, hey, I made that happen. Hey, you the boss. Now, let's be clear here, fam. You the MVP over there. You the highest paid. You getting broke off. You the superstar of that team. You the quarterback of their team. If the quarterback is saying he not happy with the situation, then guess what, nigga? The people like, well, nigga, we invested in you. You the contract. We got to make sure you happy. It is what it is, man. You got the nigga fired, Stephen A. Smith, no matter how you slice the pie. You didn't get him fired from ESPN. He's still going to better feed his family and handle big business and go get a bag. But from the most popular sports show, according to you, y'all number one, you got him fired from that, no matter how you like it to slice the pie. This isn't me grading Stephen A as a person or his ability and his talent, anything like that. I'm talking about the words that's used and the information that's put out. You got the nigga fired where I stand, bro. It's just like if Tom Brady or motherfucking who else a popping quarterback? Who was popping in the league right now on the quarterback side? Dak Prescott or Pat Mahomes, they the highest paid nigga, they the superstar. Pat Mahomes say, hey, I don't like that wide receiver, bro. I don't fuck with him. Hey, I'm recommending y'all. I'm putting in my recommendation for him to be gone. And then they trade the nigga. Did you not play a role in that? Yes, you did, my nigga. It is what it is. Subscribe to the channel, man. Urban Politician TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Got more shit coming. Tell me what y'all think about this shit. Hit the like button, subscribe button, dislike button. However the fuck you feel. 1,000, man. Stay on your pivot for shit show.